I did not want to actually cancel tonight. So I'm always just trying to look for ways to just give y'all some words of encouragement, right? I don't feel good at all. I went to the doctor today, and I'm thankful that I did go when I did go. But they gave me a Z pack for this cough that's literally been at me now for almost a week and a day. It's been a week and a day. So I decided to go ahead on and get myself checked out. My doctor made some time for me. And I was really thankful because this morning I was like, man, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Didn't feel like I was able, to work or do any of that. But even when life is life, and right, God is still God. And so I wanted to get on here on today, man, and to encourage somebody on today, even when things don't seem like they're going the way that they need to go, or there's things that may be trying to hinder you or stop you from receiving what God has for you, right? What I want you to remember is that if God promised it to you, then it's going to happen. Like He gave you the vision, He didn't give the vision to anybody else, right? So your circumstances, even though, right, your feelings are valid, right, in the circumstances and in the time, right, where life is life in. What I want you to still be reminded of is that God is still good. So even though I'm sick right now, and even though I'm not feeling like myself 100%, right? God is still God. God is still doing exactly what He said He was going to do. The things that He has for us to obtain, even in this world, right? Even in this on this side, we're still going to obtain those things because He promised it. And again, the vision, right, that He's provided us with, then just know and take courage in knowing that those things are going to happen because His timing is so perfect. I know that sometimes, right, we can get ourselves caught up in life's turmoils, in all the things, right, like bills, things that just happen out of nowhere, right? Um, all of these different things because we see them and we're going through all of these different things. And when we're going through these things can then begin to affect our emotions. And what we have to do, right, is not stay in our emotions. We have to get out of our feelings. I was just talking to one of my friends this week, and it was so funny because we were talking about us just being in our feelings, right? And even though sometimes our feelings are valid, because guess what? They really, really are, right? Um, However, even though those feelings are valid, we cannot allow ourselves to just get in a funk. We cannot allow ourselves, right, to just stay, you know, in our funk and in our mess, because then at that point we allow our issues or our circumstances to consume us, and that's not what God has called for us to do. So with that being said, we're going to stay in the course because guess what? That's what we're going to do. That's what we do, right? This is what we do at the Glow Up is, right? We grow to glow. This is what we do. Like we want to make sure that light is being seen. We want to make sure that whatever it is that we have, right? Because we can't focus on the things that we don't have, right? Even when life is life, and because the world will tell you all of the things that you don't have, but it's time for you to start looking into the things that you do have. And I'm not talking about the things that money can buy. I'm talking about the things that are inside of you because that's what we do. We talk about those things, right? Those issues, those things that we're dealing with internally. A lot of times, right, we just put these masks on and we just walk around and we literally just try our day. We pretend to be whoever we want to be, right? And at the end of the day, right, God sees us. He knows us. He knows our hearts. He knows our minds. He knows us better than we know ourselves. And sometimes, y'all, we can't even trust ourselves. Like, we just really, literally have to trust God in all things, not just some things, but all things. And so I'm just wanted to get on here, man, on today to just encourage somebody that today, right, we got to keep going, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it feels like. Right now, you may be feeling like your back is against the wall. You may feel like the world is just caving in on you, but I want you to be encouraged on today that at the end of the day, man, you are still here. And if you're still breathing, you're still watching this, guess what? God has a purpose for you. God has a purpose for you. Yes, He has a purpose for us. Because guess what? You're not in this thing called life by yourself. There's a lot of people, again, who wear masks, right? And they pretend like they're not going through different things, because at the end of the day, right, we all go through, and we are all trying to live this life the best way that we can. But God has equipped us, and some of us just need to tap into those things that God has equipped us with. Even if it's just taking the time out with God and just asking God, show me, God, right? Just give me what it is that you have for me to do. Show me exactly what it is that you, maybe it's smiling today. Maybe that's your encouragement today. Maybe that's what it is that you're supposed to be doing. I'm not too sure, but what I'm saying is, right, is that we got to keep going regardless of it all. And so, man, this is really a testament to me today in itself, because listen, your girl, I'm telling you, y'all, I just really literally have to be consistent with this Glow Up Is podcast, because the reality for me is that even though I'm not feeling too well, like, I refuse to not show up. I refuse to not give someone encouragement, even in the circumstances that I'm in. Because at the end of the day, I know that eventually I'm going to feel better. I know that I'm going to get better. I'm going to become the best version of me that I can be, right? Not just for me, but for others. And so that's what the glow up is about. It's about growing through the trials, growing through all of the yuckiness, growing through all of the sickness, growing through all of the heartbreak, going through all of it, just growing through it so we can get through it, right? And to also be blessed through it. Because when I look back over my life and I think about all of those things, I'm like, God, I am truly blessed and honored to have gone through that. Some of the things I caused on myself. Yep, I can actually say that. Yep, because some of the things that we do and some of the choices that we make them in our own, right? And we do some of the things to ourselves, and we put our own selves in situations and in bondage, and we expect God to just get us out. And I'm not saying that God can't, because God definitely will get us out. But what I'm saying is that we have to be mindful of our emotions, man. Listen, Solomon said it the best way. He says, out of the heart there flows the issues of life. And then he also said, the heart is deceitful, who can know it, right? The prophets is talking about all of these things, right? They're saying who can know the heart, like who can understand it. This is the prophet talking, right? And then Solomon came back again. Solomon came back and he said what he said, like, out of the heart, right, flows the issues of life. Don't awaken it too soon. And we have to be mindful, right? So even when we're going through these things, and even though our feelings are valid, was it necessary for you to feel that way, right? Was there something that you contributed, right, towards that made you feel like that? And I say that because, listen, I can take accountability for a lot of the things that I've done. I'm just saying, but that's growth, right? And that's individual growth, because guess what? Maybe you've already conquered that, and maybe I got some more work to do in that, right? But at the end of the day, man, we're in this thing together. And that's what the glow up is about, right? We want to make sure that our light is shining. We want to make sure that God is doing some things in our life and growing us. He's really glowing us, growing us, and glowing us, because, man, we need each other. And there's nobody that doesn't need somebody. Everybody needs somebody, because God said out of his own mouth that it is not fit for man to be alone. And I'm not talking about a spouse, I'm talking about just having someone there to be there to listen, whether or not if it's in social media world, whether or not if it's a person, that you talk to here and there. It doesn't matter, man. God is able and he's willing. Are you? Even when life is lifing, but God. And that's what we were talking about tonight, man. Life be lifing, but God be God, man. He's still out here, sits high, looks low, and he got this thing. Guess what? He got us. And there's always a way out. That's why we can't get so consumed in our worries. That's why we can't get so consumed in our feelings, because our feelings will have us looking crazy out here in these streets. Okay? We just got to trust God. We just got to trust that God is going to always make a way for us, that God is going to always do exactly what he said he's going to do. I dare you to trust him. I dare you to trust him. Will you trust him? Even when life is life and you know that God still got you, that he still got everything under control, will you still trust him? Man, I'm trusting him. I'm believing him for a miracle. I'm trusting him right now. I don't even know how things is going to work out, right? But I'm just trusting that this medicine is going to work. I'm trusting that, that, hey, God done instilled in the doctor to go to school to get me the right stuff, right? And so I'm praying and asking God, God, okay, I'm being obedient. I don't went to the doctor. I tried to do this thing on my own, and that's what we do sometimes. We try to do this thing on our own in this thing called life. But at the end of the day, man, sometimes we got to go and seek and find the doctor and really allow the doctor to do what he does best. So I just want to get on here again, y'all, just to encourage y'all. Keep going, keep pushing. Allow God to be God. Stop worrying. Yep, I'm saying this because yeah, stop worrying. I know I probably sound congested and everything, but y'all, I'm serious about this thing, y'all. We gotta stay consistent in the vision. God gave you the vision. He didn't give it to your mama. He didn't give it to your brother. He didn't give it to your sister. He didn't give it to your cousins. He didn't give it to your daddy. He gave it to you. And it is a reason why he gave it to you, because he knew that it was something inside of you that he put on the inside of you that only you can activate. Nobody can do this thing but you. So do it and let's go. Let's go with this thing. Let's glow, baby. Let's glow. We got this. We got this. But I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here, man. But I wanted to get on here again to encourage, because y'all, I told y'all this is what we do, right? At the Glow Up is we grow to glow. Stay consistent even when your feelings aren't. Did you just hear what I just said? Stay consistent even when your feelings aren't, because I promise you, the enemy, he wants you to get so consumed in your feelings. He does not want you to stand firm on God's promises. Stay consistent with the vision. Do not get in your feelings. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, man. Man, listen, I'm so thankful for y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love. And please share this. Please share this. I think I'm gonna just start doing, like, I'm really gonna start sharing this even a little bit more, right? Because God has really been unctioning me on this thing. As of lately, I hadn't really been sharing it like that. You know what I'm saying? I just been letting whoever finds it, and hashtags and all of that. But I have not really been taking the time to really put this out there, right? What the glow up is. Like, start sharing this, y'all. Share this thing. Let it be a blessing to somebody else. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all and I love y'all so much. Bye.